Alright, YouTube. I guess everyone just keeps asking me like, oh, what's in the deck? Can I have the deck list or am I gonna post it? So I'm gonna tell you guys the deck, but it's a prototype. You know, I don't really have time to play through the week, so I only play on weekends, or I work with Jake Mattern and other players that I know. And I talk to a lot of people, you know, over the internet and stuff on how the decks work. So you guys are gonna just not really believe, understand, or even care. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: this deck is sick. If you guys have seen my previous builds, all my regional top builds, you guys can actually see the progress of the deck, of how I made this. But it is changing. The side deck changes all the time, so I can only tell you, like, you need to understand pretty much what I sight into. So I will be going through the plays of the deck, I'll be going through hands of the deck, and I might even make new calls while I do everything. So just pay attention to my videos. So right now, here is a new ban list of quick draw. Alright, I'm gonna start with the traps. Alright. Torrential Tribute. Call the Haunted. I wasn't a fan of Call the Haunted, but now I am, and you'll see why. Alright. We have Mirror Force. 2 bottomless trap holes. 2 Solemn Warnings. Solemn Judgment. Titanium. I'm actually debating on whether to keep playing this card or not, so, you know, stay posted. 2 Lone Fires. I'm playing the Card Trooper over the Spirit Reaper. I don't know if I am going to keep playing Reaper or not, but for right now, this second, you know, I'm going to play the Card Trooper. 2 Quick Draw Synchrons. A Sangan. Still with 2 Doom Cows. I was playing with 3 when I remade the deck, but for the right now, it's the same monster lineup as I had in my previous deck. 2 Caius. 3 Raikos. Gores. 2 Dandelion. 2 Debris Dragons still. I am contemplating on playing neither 3 Debris Dragons, or if I'm going to stay with, you know, 3 Solemn Warnings. I don't know yet, but I have a new type of philosophy with the deck, and, you know, the Plague Spreader. Now for the spells. The new spells is what makes this deck the way it is right now. Alright? 3 Polydualities. Very important. New edition, Monster Reborn. Foolish Burial is still here. 3 Book of the Moon. 2 Avarice. The new addition to the deck, 2 Gold Sarcophagus. Giant Trunades for Call the Haunted, that's why I'm a fan now. Dark Hole. Cold Wave for Debris Dragon, Black Rose, and other plays. And finally, Scapegoat. Alright. That is the deck for right now. The side deck basically still sides into anti-meta, or, you know, like Banishers and stuff like that. Like, Banishers is a new addition to my side deck. Let me see what's in the side deck actually. Okay. Right now my side deck is 3 Banishers, 3 Effect Veils, 2 Fossil Dyna, 2 Chivalry, 1 Oppression, 2 MSTs, 2 Lightning Vortex. Alright. That's how it is now. It is going to change. My theory on the MST side is I'd rather just side the card because it doesn't defend me, and I'm playing a deck that sometimes mills out. So I really need as much support or fight as I can. From the previous builds, I had a lot more traps, like, you know, not mass restrict. Trap does shoot Mind Crush, 2 Oppression, just because of how the format was. Right now, I'm playing a safe out, a safe way to play the deck by not knowing what the format is. All right, when the format changes, cards may change, plays may change, but yeah, the progress of the deck will manipulate effectively throughout time. But the way I have this deck set up now is, for instance, I have like a Solemn Warning or something, and I set it. There's not that many things that can really bust a break. So one thing I've noticed is that I don't know if I'm gonna side these still. I might main one or two of them, effect veils, because when you have your backfills and your opponent wants to go like Cold Wave and stuff like that, you can just negate that one monster that's gonna sit there and just break your shit. All right. And I'm telling you, effect veils, man, good defensive card. You may not see it yet. When your opponent wants to set up and do this and that, and you just chain that from your hand, oh man, you next turn just break that. So like, I'm gonna show you gameplay of the deck. So like, maybe you guys can you know, see what's up. So one thing I've noticed about how people play Yu-Gi-Oh is they look at people play the decks, they look at deck lists. I'm sorry, they don't look at people playing, they see deck lists, and they just don't know how the deck works. They're like, oh yeah, there's a good deck, look at the deck list. One of the newer sayings is, it looks really ugly on paper, but it's really good when you play it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, alright, so let me show you some hands, because that's probably what people really want to try to understand. So, onto the mat. On to the next one, right? So let's zoom down. And we go to the mat. So, basically, let's start with a hand of... My hand consists of... Cold Wave, Dandelion, Bottomless, Doom Cow, Pike Spreader. So, people now wonder, like, oh, what are you going to do with this hand? Well, obviously, if I'm going first, you know, I'm going to summon Doom Cow and set Bottomless and just say go. Even though people may sit there and wonder, like, oh, there are two MSTs, there's a Heavy Storm, well, Heavy Storm's not here. There's two MSTs in the deck, blah, blah, blah. Well, you still play the deck the same. They summon, you activate this, and, you know, things go off. Or they force activate Doom Cow, and then, you know, things go from there. This is probably like the first time I've not opened with a duality or Sark in a while. Oh, there's Sark, never mind. Haha. So like, now we play Sark, and now people wonder like, so what are we gonna search for? Well, based off my hand, I got Cold Wave, Dandelion, Plague Spreader. I mean, it's infinite right now. I can get Gores as a backup if I don't know what's gonna happen. I can get Debris Dragon. I can set Dandelion. I can get Monster Reborn. Even though I wouldn't bring nothing back, but I'm just saying choices. I can get Lone Fire, another Sark, haha, joke. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Dark Hole, you know. I can get a quick draw Synchron. I can just get endless cards that will recreate my hand. So, like, one thing I could explain is that Pot of Duality and Gold Sark are so sick right now. So, let's open a new hand. There's that duality. Alright, so we have duality, Avarice, Card Trooper, Debris Dragon, and Book. So now we're just gonna, I don't know, man. So many plays. Obviously, Power Duality is the first thing. So let's look. We have Dandelion, Power Duality, and Trunade. Probably might just get this since I have Cold Wave and Debris Dragon in hand. So we'll get Dandelion. If Dandelion wasn't in his hand right now, and Cold Wave's in my hand, I think I'll just get the other duality so I can just do it next turn. Because that just recreates my hand again. You know? So now, I'm going to probably just... I think I'm going to summon Card Trooper and Mill 3. Even though I don't really want to do that. Because... oh, wow. Can't special summon tokens. That's why I didn't want to do it. Well, set Book. Other than that, you know, that's the first part of the gameplay. But I'm going to make another video and start continuing about the deck.